Ah, the humble portal. Hello, my name is Ector, and in today's build tutorial we're going to take a look at some portal designs for either small ones like this or the large ones like this. So let's get straight into it. So I started off with the kind of standard smallest size portal that you can do, which is, as you can see, it's like 3 in the middle, then 2 here. And basically all I've done is I've just covered it in kind of vertical logs like that. And then yeah, just covered the entire portal. I often like covering portals. I think you go two ways with portal designs. You either kind of try to cover it completely, or you work with the fact that portals can sometimes be a little ugly. So this kind of thing would work also with kind of quartz pillars, I think. Anything like that, maybe even the new bone blocks. Anything where the kind of vertical lines work really nicely. And then I've just kind of, you know, added a few fences and just a few slabs and stairs around. It's a very simple little design. It's kind of like Japanese westerny, I think, and I'm sure if you pause the video right now you can pretty much easily copy that design if you so choose. Now the next one, this one is a little bit different. Basically I've done this one so it's like one up from the ground. This one is inset into the ground, so you know, it kind of depends what you want, but again, quite a simple thing. Now here I've decided to kind of leave the kind of portal bits on the side, so you can pretty much see, and I've tried to work with that. It's the same kind of thing though, trying to, you know, encase the portal, and I think that looks actually quite nice. Very simple. Again, just kind of covering the portal blocks with some polished andesite, some slabs on the top there, and then stairs on either side, and then walls, cobblestone walls to kind of finish. And I think that gives off a nice kind of a nice look. You could maybe swap out the walls for fences, or the new end lighting rod things, and I can't remember what they are called, but I'm sure you know what I mean. But yeah, I think this gives off a nice little effect. Actually, I'm quite pleased with that one. Now the next kind of thing is obviously what you can do with portals is you can put them like in a square like this, and this is kind of nice for like hub areas maybe, or you know, if you're spawn town, if you're on a server, maybe you want like a nice spawn area one, and this is just something I've done here. Now I've very much tried to hide all of the obsidian here. Now obviously you're always going to see a little bit of it because you cannot hide all of those, but I've just gone for a kind of sandstone look on this one. Again, actually very simple. I've just gone up with pillars on either side, kind of like the first one. It's kind of a cross between the first and second really. Again, I've just put these stairs there, and then I've kind of put like a little kind of castle turrety thing on the top there, which this would work nicely in stone or cobble or brick as well. I think you could easily do a good variant of that in this one as well. And you can see I've just kind of, you know, put some nice the chiseled sandstone variety, but all in all a very simple thing, but that should give you maybe hopefully some ideas of how to do one in a corner. Now next we have one of my favorites. Now this one is kind of designed to look from the front, and actually I've not lit it, so let's light it up. Let's light it up. Oh no, come on, I've dropped that one. There we go. So let's do it. Bam. Very nice, and I do think this one looks cool. Now this one to me is like an ancient portal, you know, it looks like it's been there for a while. It feels significant, you know, it feels very significant. Now this is basically just made up of two things. It's made up of stairs and cobblestone slabs. That is all. I mean, you can see there's technically some blocks in, but I actually just use slabs for that. So it's a very cheap material, and I think it looks pretty good. Now I'm not going to go through how to build this one exactly, but I will show you kind of what I've done in a bit more detail. So basically the sides here, I've kind of left these bit uncovered, but what you could do is, if you wanted, you could do something like that. If you actually wanted to cover the entire thing, I kind of left it undone. Maybe you could do something a little bit different, even just something like that would be nice, but then you still see a little bit of obsidian, so it's kind of up to you. But these pillars, so you notice I've got a theme, a common theme with all of them. I kind of cover the immediate kind of pillars with a material, and it's no different here. But for here, I've basically just done stairs in a kind of pattern like that. So one right side up, one upside down, and gone all the way up there like that. And then I've just basically, I've come out with these kind of, you know, these kind of stair bits here and put some slabs on the top like that. And then just keep adding some stairs and slabs until you get something that you kind of like, really. Maybe we could even add another slab there. That would be nice. I think that's a bit better. Yeah, I do like that. That is a lot nicer. See, and I keep adding just little bits of stairs, little bits of detail here and there. And actually, you know what? I did actually, nope, not there. I did actually quite like. Actually, maybe we did have that one there and there. And yeah, actually, I do quite like that. So there we go. Live on air, we are just kind of adding a little bit to the design. But there you go. I do like that kind of design, but obviously it might not work in all situations. So that's for maybe a bigger portal, one that you want to make a centerpiece, a focus for in a build, perhaps. So this one is probably my favorite one. This requires obviously a lot of obsidian, but rather than the kind of, you know, the boring square, if you add, and this is the only downside to this one, you need a lot of obsidian, is you just keep plonking obsidian down and kind of try to make an interesting shape. You know, it's meant to be like a hell portal. You know, these things, I don't think they should look pretty. So that's what I've tried to go with this one, is maybe, you know, we just add a little bit more here, maybe. No, I just keep adding until you get something that you like. No, I don't like that. Maybe we add one there. I think that would be nice. Yeah, this one, I don't know. You can still see the kind of corner, which I'm not, you know, I'm not too fond of. But I don't know if that works really. Yeah, I don't think that works. And that just looks like it's there for no reason. So I think we'd have to leave that. But I like it. And this again, it's probably hard to see a bit on YouTube with the obsidian being so dark, but just keep placing blocks basically until you get like a, you know, something that looks a little bit more organic with the portal. I think that's what I very much tried to go for. And then I've kind of just, these are just iron bars. If I can hover over, yeah, in the new kind of, I think, is it 1.9 and upwards? Iron bars kind of look cool on their own, so they kind of just look like spikes. So there you go, there's another little idea for a portal. Now this one, you can, I'm sure, tell, this is the Stargate kind of portal. If you've watched Stargate, either the film or the series, both of which I'm a big fan of, Stargate portals are just awesome. So if you don't know, it's just basically a ring like that, and then the portal would be, you know, in the kind of TV show and film, it's like inside the actual ring. Now this only works in against a wall like this. You can't have this freestanding, or if you did, you'd have to cheat it a lot more, because you obviously need a larger portal than the actual area of the ring. So this works, I think, quite nicely in something like this against the wall, but I don't think it would work as well freestanding. But again, very simple. All you do, draw a circle, and then slap it against the wall, put a portal behind it, and there we have it. Now the next one, I quite like this kind of thing. It's just like a portal made up of a lot of portals, and it's kind of, it reminds me of an artist who kind of did a lot of paintings like this. I think it was called Mondrian, and it's kind of in that kind of nature. And you could make a huge one that just, you know, is filled of little portals. I really like this. I don't know what you'd use it for, but I do find the effect quite pleasing, that you just have lots of little portals, and maybe you could use that for something. I don't know. Now, here we have a very simple little design. You just have a square and then just keep adding squares. Just keep adding squares, and I quite like that. You don't often see kind of completely square portals, I don't think. And one thing is with this is, rather than just having, you know, the standard size portal, have a different size. See what you can come up with. See, because the sizes and the kind of shapes of these portals will very much influence the kind of design that you come up with. So play about with the portal size. See if you can come up with a, you know, a kind of unique size that maybe you can do something special with. But I quite like that in its kind of, it kind of frames the portal a little bit. So maybe you could do something design-wise with that a lot more. And lastly, another one of my favorites. Now from here, you probably can't tell what is happening. I'm sure some of you have worked it out though. If we could come a little closer, you can start to see some portal particles. Portal particles. That's a good little saying. And if we go in here, you can see there is a portal hidden behind here. So if you don't know this particular trick, all I've done is I've put some signs. There's 6 signs there. And you can actually place paintings against signs, and then you can just walk through the painting. So this is good for like secret little passageways. Now obviously if you want it to be, you know, actually secret, maybe you'd have to put the portal just a few blocks back so that you wouldn't get the particles popping out in front of the painting. But I think you get the effect. So there you have it. There you have it. Some portal ideas, portal design ideas. I hope you've maybe got a spark for, you know, maybe doing a different type of portal. I hope you have. If you've enjoyed this episode, a like or comment is always very much appreciated. Of course, make sure you subscribe. Have a look at my playlist. I've got loads more in the playlist of design ideas and builds. Thank you so much for watching. My name has been Ector. This has been how to build a portal design. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.